And we're back.
Woohoo!
So, Silver, tell the people about the funny video you delayed this recording to chuckle about for like a good minute and a half.
It's a video that was posted about a year ago. I only just saw it because I've been on a bit of a Breaking Bad kick again. Um, it's Breaking Bad, but nobody is careful by alternative cuts. Um, it's so fucking funny.
It's
And
very well edited.
it is so fucking good, well edited. Like, they edit like a bottle being shot at and actually falling over and breaking and all that. Like they edit the lighting of a scene to match the scene they're splicing it with. It's just it is phenomenally well edited. In the second video they have like uh they've got the facial tracking, so they're able to do
We need a favor.
more
I
stuff.
can't help you with your eco
It's
bills.
this is
We need
funny.
you to switch on the access elevator in one of the palace's support
Hank
towers.
pulling out the respirator, be like, "Do you recognize this?" And while wearing the same kind, be like,
Well, it's too
no."
hard for you, I understand. Power stuff can be tricky.
Tricky. I could route the B-zone conduit lines through the bypass bridge, shunting past the eco rings to connect inductor.
I love how animated they are.
The animation is very good.
Oh yeah. Was this with mocap or was all this?
This was hand animated, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Studios didn't really do proper mocapping until
Actually, Mar was the
the
genius.
PS3
He
generation.
made most of this stuff long
They
ago.
might have had
Shield
references,
wall
but I
system
think
with eco grid.
mocapping was
Anyway,
not
to get
something
that elevator
done.
moving, you gotta find and
I
turn
know,
on
Fair.
the
I
B-zone
know,
power boxes located in the city. There are
Siren
5
Blood
of 'em.
Curse
That doesn't sound so tough. No,
used
except those power
facial
boxes are guarded by motion-sensing
filming,
turbo cannons.
but that
Oh,
was
right.
just
And
like
The box is
facial,
on, I can do the
not
rest.
body.
Just don't
Yeah,
tell
I
Baron
remember.
I ever saw ya.
Fuck. LA Noir, like its like facial tracking, or facial capture was its facial capture was like its big selling point. And that was like what, 2010, 2011?
About, yeah.
Yeah, 2011.
So it was a big deal for the studio at the time.
Oh yeah.
I remember
Can't
hearing.
you see my emotions?
To be fair, it is one of those games of like just old time.
What, LA Noir?
Yeah.
I don't even. I honestly don't know what that game is about other than the memes.
It's a detective game. You're basically.
No, I know that.
Okay.
I know that. I don't know its plot though. I don't know what the mysteries are, the central crime that you're investigating, all that.
It's multiple different crimes.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of a procedural, if that makes sense.
Think it'd be good to play on the channel?
That would heavily require us to like get a copy of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably on the digital store.
Not really.
But,
The PS3 digital store kind of doesn't exist anymore. I mean, it exists in the sense of like there is a store. There's just nothing really to buy.
I mean, it had a PS4 port. Oh, it's on the Switch.
Oh. I'm wondering, do you think it runs poorly on the Switch or not?
Oh, probably.
It probably runs like ass on the Switch.
I mean, it probably runs about as well as it did on the PS3.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's on Steam.
Oh. Fair enough. I never really cared for it.
Fair. You know what game I really enjoyed that was like a uh pretty much GTA but in the 40s?
Mafia 2?
No, there was a Godfather game for the
Oh, yes, I recall.
was it the original Xbox or Xbox 360? I think original.
This is so much easier now that I have, like, the big-ass tank.
360. We had it on the 360.
Okay. There
Yeah,
were, there
that
were
was like
a few, Grand Theft Auto knockoffs in that generation.
oh yeah, because Grand Theft Auto was hella popular.
Well, this is a Grand Theft Auto knockoff, too. God damn it!
I think as long as it's fun, it's okay being a knockoff. As long as it's fun and has its own, like, is able to stand with its own identity, you know?
That's fair. It took, what was
Like-
it? Saints
like-
Row, like, 3 games to find its own identity.
Yeah, I only played the first.
The second one is better in that it is actually a better game, in that it sort of isn't just about crime anymore. But it also isn't what I would call like one of the best games of all time.
The first, they definitely get less and less grounded in reality for the better.
Why the
They
fourth
lean.
one you have superpowers?
Well, that's because you're in the Matrix,
True.
so you don't actually have superpowers. You're just the one. Is the third one the one where you become the president?
No, fourth one's the president. Third one is where you become a like a mass market shill,
Uh,
and then you become the president in the fourth one.
yeah.
And then you go to hell in the spin-off.
The
where you play as
DLC.
Johnny, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not DLC. It's a fully marketed game in its own right.
Yeah.
But it is basically DLC. Yeah.
My friend from high school, who is the only one from high school I've actually kept in contact with, will hate me saying this, but I've never really had much interest in the Saints Row series.
That's fair.
Saints Row is like his favorite game, or his favorite series, to the point where his Tumblr is a Saints Row reference. But
There we go. I got it.
Okay, the B-Zone power grid is back online. Have fun being killed in the palace.
so
Give me a second. I want to
I
see if I
think-
can like bring up a map.
yeah, okay,
Is there a map? Yeah. Show map.
yeah. I think the difference between oh wow, that's just straight up a grid.
Yeah.
I guess it makes it easy to navigate. Where the hell are you going?
I have to go to. No, I don't have to go far. It's an
Okay.
elevator, it seems. Okay.
I think that the difference between a knockoff and an homage, or not an homage, a knockoff versus inspired, I think the difference is whether or not it can stand on its own without knowing the original, if that makes sense. Like, Arzette stands on its own. You don't need to know about the CDI games to enjoy Arzette.
It definitely helps.
Oh, absolutely. But Arzette is definitely one that's... I mean, it's a spiritual successor, which is even more than inspired, you know? I'd say Bug Fables is inspired by Paper Mario. Um, they share the same aesthetic and similar kind of humors, but it also has its own identity distinct from what inspired it. Whereas something that's like an outright knockoff would be, um, oh fuck, what was that one? There was that one game that was a blatant knockoff of Cuphead.
Enchanted Portals.
Yeah, that one had nothing going for it, um, like on its own. Like its main draw was, oh, look, it's a very difficult game that's in the aesthetic of an old rubber hose tomb. It's like, wow. Also, the game was shit in general in terms of control and.
Shoot. Thankfully, I got checkpointed pretty close.
That's fair.
And that's on me. I was like, huh, did they expect me to, like, walk across this slippery surface? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, no.
Yeah. What's another game that is a that you would say is a ripoff of something else?
The first Saints Row game is very much a blatant knockoff of Grand Theft Auto. That doesn't make it a bad game, it just makes it very obvious.
I don't know, because I mean, it still did have its own identity, even if its identity was purple.
Fair
It
enough.
was just purple.
Hmm.
Deal is of no value if you can't deliver, my dear.
I'm trying to think.
I grow impatient with your puny gestures. Give me the agreed upon eco soon, or the deal is off. And your precious city.
What's like a game?
He's toying with us. Let me lead an assault on the nest before it's too late. I can take him.
Patience.
There definitely
there's
are
that-
some games.
Yeah, there was that one Hercules game that was a ripoff of Ocarina.
True. You know what another was?
No.
And I like this game. I want to make this very clear. Dante's Inferno was a very shameless knockoff of God of War.
Oh, yeah. You know what was not a knockoff of God of War?
What?
Heavenly Sword.
True.
Heavenly Sword is not a knockoff of God of War. They were made around the same time, right?
Heavenly Sword came out in like 2006, and God of War 1 came out in 2005.
Yeah,
Heavenly
so-
Sword would have been well into development by the time in which God of War was the world's biggest success story.
Yeah, it's probably more like a Bug's Life versus Ants situation where they just happen to be.
Oh, no. Ants was very much a knockoff.
Was it? I thought they were developed at the same time.
So what happened was Katzenberg left Disney and Pixar.
He's the short one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And no, wait. Katzenberg's the guy who stayed at Disney. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my names. I can't pause. Let me pause game. There we go. So Katzenberg was the bad boss at Disney.
Yeah, he's the short one that Farquaad and
Yes.
The insurance CEO in Incredibles are based off of.
Yes. Who ran DreamWorks?
Sorry, it was Eisen something. Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner. So Michael Eisner leaves Disney to found DreamWorks, and this is what I was told by somebody who said he worked for both companies at one point. What he did was he took a lot of the work in progress scripts that he knew existed at Disney and Pixar, And he brought them to DreamWorks and he said, we have to beat them to market. So that's why like stuff like Ants and whatnot came out when it did, because he started with like a lot of the in progress stuff he knew was beginning production at Disney, and he cut them off at the pass.
Oh, that's actually way better than just happening to happen at the same time.
Maybe
That
it
that
would
makes it a project of spite, which I kind of respect.
maybe, and I can't like say for sure. Maybe it is true that it was just like two projects existed at the same time. But like, what I was told was that. Same with Shrek. Apparently, that was a project very briefly at works at Disney, and
I
then
love
the
the fact.
person who pitched it went to DreamWorks, and they basically grilled him for it. So, but that's what I've been told. So allegedly is in
Yeah.
high effect here.
Yeah, I love that people. I love that Shrek was effectively a punishment for because Shrek was being made around what Shrek was, according to the story, Shrek was being developed around the same time as Prince of Egypt, and anytime like someone was causing a bit of a ruckus, they would be moved from Prince of Egypt to Shrek, from the Prince of Egypt team to the Shrek team.
Okay, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
God, I cannot believe. I mean, I absolutely can believe. People are really stupid, but people are trying to transvestigate Shrek and trying to be all like phrenology about it.
Why?
And it's because Shrek is the DreamWorks has shifted the art style after the success of Puss in Boots, in my opinion, for the better. Because Puss in Boots looks amazing, and I'd be absolutely thrilled if the new Shrek, or I am absolutely thrilled that the new Shrek is sticking with that art style. But because of one particular scene where Shrek, they think his eyes are too close, which makes him look feminine according to them. But they're the same kind of people who, they're the same kind of people who think that everyone is trans.
Amazing. But that's a level of paranoia.
Oh, absolutely. They're the kind of people who would put like a picture of what's popular actress? Name a popular actress.
Mila Jovovich.
I don't know who that is.
She's the main character in all the Resident Evil films and a few others.
I mean, like recent.
She has a movie coming out this year with Dave Bautista.
Oh hell yeah! That's the fuck. That's the guy from.
That's Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Drax. I was drawing a blank. Yeah, they're the ones that'll post a picture of like any actress, and they'll be like, or not even just any actress, just any girl, especially attractive looking ones, and be like, oh, it's getting scary out there. Which is more telling on themselves than, it says more about them than whoever they think is trans,
I don't know what to tell you, but Mila Jovovich is very, very attractive.
I do not know what she looks like.
Oh, thank God.
But yeah.
I mean, you could look up a photo. There's like tons of photos about her. She does like a bunch of movies. Mostly with her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson.
You have to remember, most of my frame of reference for celebrities is like like any new celebrity after like 2012. I do not know.
She's been doing movies for like actual decades.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm talking about is, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. They're posting pictures of young.
Okay, young,
yeah,
young person.
that-
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, fair enough. That's actually very pathetic.
Oh yeah. But yeah, they'll. And honestly, it all boils down to, like, the way they talk about it really betrays their true thoughts, which are anytime they see an attractive woman, they immediately think of her having a dick. And that they don't know how to deal with that. You know?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna very much avoid the fire tornadoes. That's actually very obnoxious.
God, the fire tornado in Prince of Egypt
Oh,
is
fuck.
so beautiful.
Oh, there we go. Got him.
I've been on a bit of a Breaking Bad kick lately.
I didn't have to use any of my dark powers.
I can destroy you.
My dark powers are all melee based, and this was a ranged battle. Suck it.
Whatever. Bye-bye.
Honestly, the fact that like Dark Jack has like no range capabilities.
It's so weird. You know what I think he should be able to do? I think he should be able to fire his nails out of his fingers like a gun.
They give him a few ranged abilities in the in Jack 3, but they're usually stuff that like you have to charge, so it's a bit wonky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like Dark Jack being like exclusively melee focused was like a bad idea. In
I
a
like-
game that very heavily relies on you to like attack enemies
Have
at a
weapons.
range.
Yeah. I think dark forms, in theory, are a pretty decent idea, but in practice, more often than not, they fall flat. I can only think of like one game where a dark form is uh pretty solid, and that is Sonic Unleashed.
That's because it's just God of War.
I know, but it works.
I'm trying to think of like any games that. Oh, Dark Spyro in Eternal Night.
I've never even heard of that.
So you're
Is that the
familiar.
one where it turns out that Spyro is actually not even the first Spyro, and the first Spyro became evil
Yes.
and was like the villain for the last like 3 games?
The third one. This is the New Beginning or Legend of trilogy, where the big thing was that it's basically like Lord of the Rings.
Oh god, that sounds horrible.
No, it's okay. It's mixed.
We should play it on the channel.
Maybe it has Elijah Wood voicing Spyro.
I love Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
He was Wirt in Over the Garden Wall, and he was 9 in the movie 9.
I like Elijah Wood. I have no beef with Elijah Wood.
He was also oh god, he was in something that we watched recently. I do not remember what it was.
You could look up his IMDb page.
I will. Let's see.
I like that the guy just shouts at me, "This is no hover zone," and I just fly over his head. Elijah Wood is an actual. Oh, no, he's Psychonauts
right.
2.
Yeah, Nick John Smith,
Yeah.
aka Bristol Malik.
Stay high alert. What the hell did you two
I remembered right when you did as well.
Been sightseeing, Right, Jack?
I love
played a
Psychonauts.
really good villain.
Guard looking for a dangerous
I should play Psychonauts 2 on the channel.
A rabbit orange rat on his shoulder.
Could be anyone. Orange is the new black this season.
We climbed up to the Baron's
Oh, I love that
palace,
show.
and we
I've
took
never
the
actually
road.
seen it.
Oh,
Same.
right, that too.
No, I've seen an
I
episode.
didn't authorize a strike on the. Hey, we kicked
Who's the
Baron's
kid?
ass. Unfortunately,
He's just a kid.
He escaped.
And we overheard a secret meeting with the leader of the Metalheads.
You saw the metalhead leader?
No, he was on some communicator, but we heard him talking with Baron Praxis.
The Baron is bribing the Metalheads with Eco.
It will never be enough.
But the Baron's gonna double-cross him.
Is that so? Well, our good Baron's wonderful charm must have angered someone, because there's word from the wasteland that metalhead armies are on the move again.
Why didn't you tell me Ashlyn was Praxis's daughter? What's your connection with her? That's none of your business. Since you've stirred up the Wumpy's nest, you and Whiskers here get to move 4 of our people to new safe houses. Shuttle each agent to a location they specify. Move all of them without any casualties.
Oh, it's a taxi mission.
This one's not bad.
Is it a taxi mission or an escort mission? So they're two very different things.
It's a taxi
Oh, good.
because you basically just have to like drive them to a place real fast, crazy taxi style.
Tim Waltz's favorite
Come on,
game.
Get in, bit buddy.
Him.
Remember, even your friends could be enemies.
Just in time. Go, go, go!
Oh,
Get out.
great. Don't worry, you did better than last time.
I am an amazing driver. Do not pretend otherwise.
I was making a joke about that video we watched earlier. They edited. They spliced 2 scenes together. The one where Walt Jr. was learning to drive and crashed, and Walt's like, "Great, you did better than last time."
Fuck.
And
This is bad.
the scene of Walt running over the 2 people that Jesse was about to kill.
Okay, I need to focus a bit. This is bad. This vehicle is on fire.
This boat is on fire. I don't know why I said boat.
Okay, I'm gonna
Probably
swap
because
out.
of
There we go.
SpongeBob.
Get in the new one.
You know what I think would be a great game if done with like the GTA format or
What?
formula? Star Wars.
Isn't that like the Star Wars Rogues or something?
I don't fucking know.
I know there was like a new Star Wars game that Ubisoft made that was like,
Oh, Star Wars Outlaws?
yes, that one.
Yeah, but that one's shit because Ubisoft made it.
Fair. Ubisoft's kind of like shot themselves in the foot
Oh
recently.
my god, you killed that guy.
Yeah, and I saved it, and I'm saving a guy right now. And I also clubbed 2 officers on the head.
But yeah, that's fine. They don't matter.
Okay, man, you want me to park you off where? Right in front of the palace? Okay, you sure not an informant? Like, look at it. He's like, oh yeah, put me up right here next to the walls of the palace.
On the steps of the palace.
Vehicle. Okay.
I mean, that one's about to blow.
Yeah, I was trying to get into this one. Fuck you. That guy can't fucking drive. Ugh. They should get menaces like him off the street. What is that bozo just driving on the right side of the road? Like it's fucking America. I wonder if there's like a whole thing where like people in Europe struggle playing American games because they're driving on the wrong side of the road.
No, I'll have to ask my friends in Europe about that. I know 2 French people.
I know a few French people. I might have to ask them too.
Yeah.
This is easy. It's because like
One of which we had on the channel
that was
as a guest.
yeah, that's the guy who where'd the card go?
Oh,
I want the card.
nice.
Get in the car.
Ow.
Wrong car, Jack.
Meanwhile, the cops are like, "Oh, this guy's maneuvers are so good." You would have got it if the car didn't fuck.
I'd have gotten it if the guy had gotten out of the vehicle instead of drifting away. Did you bash your head against the car?
Just in time. Go, go, go!
Vamonos, fast. There we go. You saw that, right? Please tell me you saw that.
Yeah.
I just smacked him with the back of the car.
Fine. We need to move.
Honestly, I kind of wish they were more like part of what I
More elevations.
No, I'm thinking about Star Wars GTA, and I'm like, you know, I would have really liked it. There was like more Star Wars crime syndicate shows.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to watch a show that's like, I'd love to watch a show like,
I'm glad you're on our side.
I'd love to watch a show about the 2 sisters that Ahsoka befriended.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about them. But that's
I
because
liked them.
that's because I haven't finished Ahsoka.
Well, they're not in the Ahsoka show.
Oh.
They're in the later season of Clone Wars
Okay.
after things happen. But one of my favorite things is, so they end up stealing spice. They end up stealing unrefined spice from the Pike Syndicate, and they're discussing what to do. Or no, they take on a job to smuggle spice for the Pike Syndicate, but then Ahsoka gets them to debate like the morality of it, and it's like, well, we could take it to a medical facility. It can be refined into anesthetics for the war effort, and save people who need. Like, it could be refined into Bacta or whatever. And the other's like, well, we can deliver it and get our payday like we said we would. And then, so that it's Ahsoka versus the older sister, while the younger sister is flying. And so the younger sister is like, you know what? Fuck both of you. Opens the cargo bay and gets
dumps
rid
it.
of all the spice in the middle of hyperspace.
Amazing.
A lot of people did not like that move and don't like the sisters for it, but I actually liked it. Because the
Honestly, I
whole
think
point
it's
is
the-
they are young. They are young and reckless. That's the point of them.
Okay.
I think my main issue with it is the fact that it's in hyperspace.
Says all underground members are safe. Come back
Because I'm like, did they just open like an open door in hyperspace, or was it like?
Yeah, the cargo door. But
Okay.
you gotta remember that all the ships are equipped with the fucking, like, the field, like, they have the force fields that let them open shit without losing pressure.
Okay. Fair enough. I was more like, did they lose pressure? That would be an issue.
No.
Okay. God, the hyperspace ram.
I hate that so much. It doesn't. There's nothing about it that works because hyperspace isn't going real fast. It's like dipping into like an area on the outskirts of reality where space folds in on itself. Like it's not going fast.
I think part of my like issue with it is the fact that it's like, as neat as a visual as it is one of those things where it's like,
There were better ways to
yeah.
accomplish.
To be fair, the only reason she did this is because her plan was kind of stupid in the first place.
Yeah, and also her plan didn't need to be secretive. Like,
okay, it did need to be secretive in the way she did it.
Yeah,
because okay,
Poe was definitely not a fucking mole. She could have told Poe. He was a decorated war hero. Hell, you know what they could have done? They could have had a droid be the one to fucking launch the hyperspace.
Creatures moving toward the sacred site.
Like what Anakin did.
Before.
Or just
broke through the old city wall. We fought them, but then the Baron pulled back, leaving everyone outside the new barrier to die. Only the Shadow stayed and somehow stopped the attack.
And now you expect us to go out there again?
You catch on fast. If you prevent the metalheads from reaching the sacred site, the Shadow will be most grateful. He might even ask to see you. Hey, I'm probably wasting this, but here's a Vulcan barrel for that.
I love the Vulcan barrel.
Believe me, you're gonna need it.
Such a good gun. I love the way he holds it.
yeah.
It really makes his arms look extra lanky. I think part of my issue with her plan is the fact that like Poe on several occasions tells her that people need to know there's a plan. They don't need to know the plan. They just need to know that a plan exists.
Yeah, the whole reason the mutiny happens is because they're not confident in her because she doesn't tell them jack shit.
It's not that she doesn't tell them the plan. They can work without knowing the plan because they all believe that there might be a spy among them. The problem is that she refuses to tell them there's a plan while acting in a way that makes it seem like she's planning to sell them out. Because it's like, why is she stocking all of these supplies onto a private shuttle?
It's so fucking stupid. You know what I would have done? I've told you my pitch for
the hyperspace
that.
ram?
Well, no, not just the hyperspace ram, but my pitch for that movie. I would go the classic Star Wars route of where like the first 45 minutes is a rescue mission. Because if you look at all the original trilogy, all three of them started out with a rescue mission. Like the first, like in New Hope, they had to rescue Leia. In Empire, Han had to rescue Luke, and in Return, they had to rescue Han from Jabba's palace.
So here's a platforming thing. Just to bring up back to the game. If you noticed, right there, I had to jump downward, which is usually not great with a third-person camera. A lot of games try to avoid having you jump downwards and/or jumping across a narrow gap that is evenly spaced. So if there's like this and there's another platform just like it at the same height, a lot of platformers try to avoid that because it's very janky. And it's very hard to see where you're landing.
Yeah, that's why a lot of them have like shadows, very noticeable shadows.
Like if you play like Ratchet and Clank 2, great game by the way. There's a jump because I watched the documentary by two of the developers where they played through the game, and they explain there's a jump where it's the same height from one space to the other, so it's very easy to miss that it's a jump you're expected to make. So a lot of people in playtesting would fall to their death without even realizing there's a gap there.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot the 3 had a lot of that in the Egyptian levels in particular.
Yeah.
Or like the ancient temple levels.
Yeah.
Crash
Crash Bandicoot gets away with it a little because its design
I mean,
is
not
very...
insane.
True. Gets away with it a little better because the games usually you're looking at it from like not a back angle but a above and back angle. So you're looking at Crash from above, whereas if you're looking at his back, it's a little harder.
Yeah, that's why it's in the temple levels in particular, because of how they do the lighting. Like the lighting is usually not as it doesn't, or it has like too much contrast, or maybe not. I don't know how to explain it. It's very hard shadows, which makes it hard to tell there's a gap in some of the floors. So yeah, my pitch for The Last Jedi is first 45 minutes is they have to rescue C-3PO has been kidnapped and they have to rescue him from the First Order flagship, and then that's what leads into the chase. They learn there is a mole who, through the various hyper jumps that they're being tracked through, they learn there is a mole.
So you would make a proper mole and not just like a...
Yes, it'd be a well, they'd suspect that it's a mole. They wouldn't know who it was, but she would definitely clue Poe in that she does have a plan.
But she won't tell him more than that.
Yeah, because she doesn't know who she can trust. She just knows that... all she knows is that Poe is the only one on the ship at the moment that she can trust who's not in a coma. Meanwhile, I would have Leia, while she's, in her coma, she would appear as a sort of force vision to Kylo Ren to try and, like...
You'll notice that I'm hitting him at an even further range now.
Yeah.
Because that enemy is a little bullshit.
Yeah, I would have her... I would have Leia trying to pull Kylo Ren back from the back to the light through, force projection and all that. And the big twist, I would not have the Canto Bight seat at all, because that did not amount to anything. That fucking sucked.
I think my main issue is the fact that it's a message about how war is bad, told to what is essentially a child soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, I would, so I would have them set up a trap being like, I would have Hondo, gather everyone. Holdo. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about Hondo and Naka because, he's great. God, if I did Canto Bight, I would have them reach out to Hondo and Naka. Because at least that would be fun,
Fair enough.
And you would know, he would come with the expectation of, yeah, no, he's probably going to betray them. It wouldn't be... I don't know. I like Hondo. But anyway, Holdo, I would have Holdo tell everyone that she's gonna use the last of the hyper fuel, which is a thing. It actually is a thing. That was, fuel has been a thing since the original trilogy. I would have her be like, I'm gonna use the last of it to make 3 jumps and lose them. I've programmed it to select the routes randomly, so no one can track us. And she would try to usher everyone out, and secretly she would, she and the security detail would be keeping an eye on the room, and see C-3PO come in, stare at the terminal, and that's when they would realize C-3PO had been, messed with.
Hijacked.
And then, after they purged the First Order malware from his system, a protocol.
God dang it.
Oh, a protocol droid on the First Order ship with black plating would activate, and I'd introduce an evil C-3PO.
Amazing.
Also,
I think that's canon. There are evil C-3POs.
well, yeah, there's evil protocol droids. But I have an evil C-3PO in particular, like a copy of his, system with, like, but reprogrammed. It'd be an evil copy. But I would have it be that, as a way to, not have it be bullshit as much. It would come, because C-3PO has his memory wiped for like 5 seconds. I would have it set up that they would have the evil protocol droid be the one to translate the Sith language instead in the 3rd film. But anywho, I would have it be, instead of a hyperdrive RAM, it would be, I would have her specifically ram into the I would have it be a standard RAM. Maybe bullshit it that, like, put all the power in. I don't know. I think the RAM is. I think the hyperdrive RAM is stupid. No, you know what I would do? I would have it be she hyperdrives the ship behind them to disable their thrusters. And that's what I would have it be.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Because that would be a risky maneuver. That would be a risky maneuver that could have,
Actual consequences?
Yeah, actual consequences. And there would be, because...
Die, drop. Okay, dead.
Instead of having the excuse of, like, oh, it's only 1 in a billion percent that it would even work, it would be more like, oh, doing so puts massive vulnerability on you.
We get an important scene.
But what?
Oh no!
Where? Why?
We're in the future, Dax. This horrible place is our world.
It was Earth all along.
Admittedly, I do really love the aesthetic of the crumbled Samos's hut.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to the city.
I do wonder why it's a sacred place to the
Well, probably because of all the eco. Don't forget, he was the sage of the green eco.
Oh, see, there we go. See, this
Was
is
he the yellow eco?
Green.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't know that. This is Samos's hut.
Yeah, wasn't he the sage of the green eco in the first one?
Yes, this is Samos's hut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
What do you mean I don't know that? It was stuff that we
okay.
knew from the first game.
Fair enough. I was misunderstanding what you were saying.
Yeah, I think that the green eco well would probably be why it's sacred.
Okay, I'm very excited because we get to meet the Shadow now.
Decontamination complete.
I'm gonna guess it's Samos.
No. We're meeting the Shadow. Samos is in jail. Spoiler, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Finally, now we get to see the
Is
What do you gotta do?
the Shadow, his
hedgehog?
daughter?
I mean, we
Or
already met.
granddaughter?
We met Kiara.
Yeah. It could still be. Oh yeah, and in my version of Last Jedi, Leia I think that Kylo would return to the light after, but it would be after Leia dies.
All right,
And
we're ready.
Shadows decided it's time to meet you.
Why is that place
The
really
hedgehog?
so important to you?
There's a powerful energy force at the old house. The metal.
Oh, yeah, you got it right.
No kidding. We used
yeah,
to
it's
live
the
at
green
River.
eco.
So,
It
you're the
is-
recruits who keep getting...
No,
It
it's
is
the
Samos.
Shadow.
Oh, no, not you!
Welcome to our humble underground movement. I am known as the Shadow, but you may call me Samos.
Dang, it is him.
Jeez,
I knew
Jack,
it.
We went through all that to meet His Holiness, old lock in the head, Grandpa Green?
Don't you know who we are?
Sorry, kid. Never seen you before. And I never forget a face. Especially one that ugly.
Is it an alternate universe?
How is this possible? We came through.
This is the
rift.
future.
Into the future, right?
It's a single
you used to
timeline.
look older than dirt and uglier than a knotted stump. What gives? Did you get a little nip and tuck while we were gone?
Listen, boys, I don't know what kind of twigs you've been chewing on, but I don't have time for this. We've got a baron to overthrow, a child heir to protect, an invasion of metalheads to stop, and a city to save. I'd say the schedule's pretty full. Besides, I haven't gone through any rifts. I hate teleporting.
Sure sounds like the old Samos.
Right now, I need you to go to Haven Forest and root out a few metalheads.
So
That forest
does he
lies
know? I
in
think he
power.
does know, but
I
is
can't
acting like
protect
he
what you
doesn't
Chase down and destroy
in
all the
order to
metalhead scouts you
protect
find.
them.
Good luck, and welcome to the fight.
Okay, so where am I going? I gotta go to the mountains.
To the mountains.
So I played this game and I know this story pretty well off the back of my hand. So
I have never played this game,
okay.
so I think that I think that he either doesn't know or he's secretly been brainwashed, and he's the mole.
They don't have
I
a
think
mole.
He's the rat.
There's no rat.
Oh. So then, yeah, I think he does know. If it's not a parallel universe, I think he does know, and he's keeping quiet to protect Jack and Daxter.
Okay, am I in the right place? No, I should have stayed on the hover bike.
Well, you can always grab another.
You won't be able to catch those metalheads in the forest on foot, so I've left my jetboard at the airlock near the city exit. Since you're helping the underground, I'll even let you keep it.
Oh, I get to keep the hoverboard now.
Hell yeah. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Hey, I like your bike.
Yoink.
You saw me skin that guy's head, right?
Oh, absolutely.
As I said, expert driver.
Yeah. I wonder what Aaron Paul has been up to.
I think he's been in a few shows. I think he does voice acting though.
Definitely. He was Todd in BoJack, which is I really love his performance as Todd.
Let me check something real quick.
Let's see.
Okay. Honestly, this map is way smaller than I used to remember it being. Which is probably for the
There.
best, since there's not much to do in it.
Wow, the jetboard's ours! I call shotgun.
Oh, nice. It folds. It looks like a Millennium Falcon. I wonder if that was
Millennium
intentional.
Foldkin, am I right?
Boo.
Hey, you set it up for it, and the fact that you didn't take it is a crime on your behalf. I do like
Oh,
all the
he was-
hidden loading zones, by the way.
I didn't know that Aaron Paul played Weird Al in the 2010 Weird Al movie.
That was Aaron Paul. I thought that was Daniel Radcliffe.
No, I think Daniel Radcliffe was in the 2020 something. Weird Al has multiple movies.
Ah, fair enough. The Weird Al Yankovic movie, Weird, I think.
Yeah, Weird
Oh,
Weird the Al Yankovic story is Aaron Paul. Weird the wait, what? Hold on. They're okay. So there's two movies by the same name. Okay, so Weird Al 2010 is Aaron Paul. Weird Al 2022 is Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. They're
I wonder
both
which
called
one's better.
They're both called Weird the Al Yankovic story.
Boom. Get him in a headlock. Okay. That's a bit weird, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna get why they both might share that title, but that's a bit weird, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, let's see.
I wonder if like anybody's like mapped out some of these areas like this, and they find out it's the Forbidden Forest from the first game.
Maybe. I mean that I do like when that happened in Pikmin. In Pikmin 2, one of the areas is the same area from Pikmin 1, but changed just enough that you really wouldn't realize it until you like take a good long look at the map.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. The 2010 one is a mockumentary. You know, it's a parody. But the 2022 one
Is also a parody.
Okay, then I have no idea why there's two.
My
two-
feeling is Weird Al thought it would be funny to make two movies based off himself with two famous actors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a parody film about myself with Aaron Paul. Now I'm gonna make a parody film about myself with Daniel Radcliffe. I know that this doesn't speed me up, but like, I feel like it speeds me up, you know? Doing a little crouch while I'm like...
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I need to double check that. Okay.
Did you think you found a source?
Uh, oh, I think I may have found out why.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Is
Was one like a test footage for like the pitch that never went anywhere?
honestly, I have no idea. I'm seeing a lot of conflicting stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Satirical. So the 2010 one might have been a fake trailer, and the 2022 is like an actual movie based off the fake trailer.
I could believe that.
Okay, yes, that seems to be what it is. In 2010, they made a fake movie trailer of a Weird Al mockumentary, and in 2022, they made a real Weird Al mockumentary.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Poor Aaron Paul. He got picked second. I can't believe they got Daniel Radcliffe to sign on and replace Aaron Paul.
Let's see, what was Aaron Paul doing? Oh, that's because Aaron Paul was in 2022 was the uh yeah, 2022 was when Better Call Saul was having its final season.
Ah, so they brought him back for that or something, I guess?
Yeah, the final season is when it catches up to the events of Breaking Bad.
Ah, so they brought him in for like a singular bit? No, wait. Jesse Pinkman already knew Saul Goodman by then. Okay.
Yeah. They have an episode called Breaking Bad, which mirrors the Breaking Bad episode Better Call Saul, and it shows the. It's actually really fucking good. It shows the. You remember when they, Badger getting arrested and Walter pretending to be his Mr. Mayhew, and then they kidnap Saul and bring him to the desert, and it's really fucking funny because Saul is rambling, terrified, while Jesse and Walter confused and mildly annoyed.
All right, this wouldn't be the first time he got brought out to the desert to be executed.
Yeah, we now know now we know the context behind that, and it is shot because it's from Saul's perspective now. It is shot without the humor. It's played very serious. We now know who Lalo and Ignacio is.
Ah, fair enough.
And like, it's a really, if you don't want.
I probably won't finish Better Call Saul just because like every time I start, and I do enjoy it, but like when it was like airing, I had a really bad medical experience, so it just reminds me of that.
I mean, if anything, you could just watch the episode Breaking Bad, since.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll be able to watch Better Call Saul on my own. By the way, I love Daxter on the hoverboard.
Oh yeah.
This is the way to get around town.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just straight up Marty McFly that shit.
Where am I going? I got 2 missions I can choose from, so I think I know which one I'm going to do first, the one that's closer. Cars are slightly faster. Oh, no idea where that hiccup came from. I do like that stuff on the mini map kind of leads you to it. If that makes sense.
I just talked to my racing client, and she told me you're pretty good with that jet board of hers. My sources say a shipment of Crimson Guard listening equipment just arrived in the port. None of us, including the underground, want those devices up and running. It's not good for business. Ride the jet board out into the port and destroy every Crimson Guard crate you find. There's sure to be a defense perimeter, so watch out, eh?
My sister's wife has a PS5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out what all that green flashy stuff is right now.
Attention, citizens. This is your errand.
It's a lot of green flashy stuff, and I don't like it. Oh, it's these.
Oh fuck.
Oh, you're supposed to do this on the hoverboard, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. This is meant to be a hoverboard mission. Joke's on you developers, I'm actually really good with the hoverboard.
Man, I wish we had a hoverboard in real life.
Yeah, not like those shitty segways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't like the segways.
I don't have an issue with the Segway. I have an issue with the fact that they sold them like brand new hoverboards. And I'm like, this is just a fucking Segway without the handles.
Yeah, it's a Segway with less steps.
It's a Segway with less seg. Oh, fuck.
It's a way.
Fuck.
Oh, you fucked.
Don't worry, I can do
Hey, you
that.
survived.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed.
We got 3 left.
That was the humiliation conga line. I can do this.
Humiliation conga line. Title of the episode.
No, that's for fucking up stuff segments. Whee! First try, game developers.
Yep. I mean, you did delete all the failed attempts in editing.
Like that one.
Like, you see, what we do is we don't actually talk live. We record all the gameplay and use save states to get funny moments and talk over that. It's all scripted, you see.
Health violations, back taxes. Everyone wants a piece of me. Oh well.
Lucky for you, there's plenty to go around.
Destroying that dog.
God, he's such a sassy bitch. I love him.
I've got a new project going, and I don't need anyone snooping around my shipments. Let's just say, if everything goes as planned, I'm going to corner the market in metalhead trophies. Anyway, I have another job for you. An associate of mine, Bruta, works with me in the forced labor trade.
You mean
God,
slave
his
trade?
back must hurt.
Freedom challenge.
Freedom challenge.
Lurkers are the city's low-class labor. Bruta pays me handsomely to help him free lurkers and get them safely out of the city. Oh, it lifts my spirit to help those in need. And I need his money.
Lurkers? We don't like lurkers.
But you do like gun upgrades, eh? There are 3 Crimson Guard transports carrying lurkers to a project the Baron has outside the city.
Ooh, I wonder what that project could
Bring
be.
the 3 lurkers to
We may
Bruta's
never
trinket
know.
stand in the bazaar.
Yeah, game ends after this mission. Everyone dies, and we never know what happens next.
Yeah, it's an actual shame. Give me your vehicle.
It can be so lonely
the brooder.
Ooh. Hell yeah. That one looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I do love the designs. They definitely got like a visual improvement to some degree. I can't tell you what it was. Animation upgrade, maybe?
Maybe.
Another lurker freed.
I'll say this,
So,
I do like that they bring back the lurkers.
Yeah.
Even
So
in Sorry.
Yeah. So I bought a remote for the TV my sister left me, because it's a smart TV, and but the thing is she didn't have a remote to it, so, you know, it can't do things like change the volume, or turn on, well, we can turn it on, but we can't do anything, we can't, like, change the input or anything, because literally the only button on the TV is a power button. I hate smart TVs so much. But anyway, I ordered a remote for it because, and the remote said that it was, it works with all Vizio TVs, and I have a Vizio, so I got here today, and you know, tried to. It did not come with any instructions on how to sync it up with the TV or anything. So as I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do, I, you know, look up more about the remote. It's like, oh, you know how we said that it works for all Vizio TVs? We actually mean it works on all Vizio TVs after 2019, and not any before. Yeah, I know. So I had to fucking order another remote, and that specifically lists this specific model of TV as one of the ones it's compatible with.
Oh, I hate that.
So and now I have to wait for that to come in too.
I think my main issue with that kind of marketing is the fact that it's usually like in very small text. They're like, yeah, we do everything except for the things we don't do, in which we're going to list them in very small text as far away from where you can see it as possible.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, it in the title it listed, like in the fucking, you know, title it listed it as working for every Vizio TV, and it was at the bottom of the description that it listed that is stated after 2019.
Okay, come on, get in the new one. There we go. Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm not even gonna pretend.
Yeah. I left a bad review on the remote though.
Oh.
Because of it.
I remember leaving a bad review on like a scooter company because the scooter they sold me fell apart like immediately. Like I got a new scooter and then like in a day the front wheel just came right off. And I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, sorry. You great guy.
Anyway, they sent me a new one, like a nicer model.
I like Lurker's glasses.
His name is Brooder. You can't call him Lurker. That's his.
No, I said a Lurker.
Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't know his name.
Well, they mentioned it a few times. It's Brooder.
Yeah, but you know I'm terrible at remembering names.
Fair enough.
Remember how long it took for us to remember Michael Eisner's name?
That's different. Not really, but I like to pretend it's different. Dun, dun, dun. God damn it. Speaking of, I started watching the movie The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Never heard of it.
How do I describe it? It's a movie from basically when like right before Warner sold itself to Zaslav. That was like
Oh.
one of the movies that put them in the red.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta see if this is bad or good. Turns out it's just okay.
How's it riding in the hood, Red?
Get out of the area. This is Crimson Guard business. One of Vin's eco-tankers is coming in from the wasteland, but the clearance transmission sounded fishy. The driver was scared. We're going to check it out, just in case.
How can we help?
I've got it handled.
Why are you checking out here? This seems like the middle of the city.
A metalhead sneak attack!
Damn! It's just us! Help me take out all the metalheads!
Let me just...
Get 'em all!
Wait, aren't the people in red the bad guys though?
The Crimson Guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to protect Ashlyn.
Oh.
Give me a second. Okay. I'm just gonna skip that.
Oh, that's...
I'm cautiously optimistic about Shrek, the new Shrek.
This is the middle of
I'm
the
ho-
goddamn city. How the fuck do you get like a vehicle in from like wherever, drive it all the way to the middle of the city, and then it's like metalheads?
I mean, same way you do. You can't get caught if you leave no witness. Or maybe it had cloaking technology.
How's that?
Why they're intercepting it here is part of the weirdness, you know? I don't know. I think they just had like a idea, and they're like, okay, where's a place we haven't really used yet for a mission?
Good work.
It was more like just luck than they intended it.
Got 'em all! The metalheads are getting bolder every day. It's almost like they're testing our defenses, like probing attacks. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, it's just, I get that reference.
Like probing attacks?
But no, I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, okay.
That's a classic Star Wars line that's said in every movie.
It's funny. Did you ever play Knights of the Republic 2?
No, not the second one.
Okay, well, in Knights of the Republic 2, there's a character whose gimmick is that occasionally he'll be like, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
And it's basically the developer's way of saying, you should probably save your game now.
Oh, that's great. I actually like that a whole lot.
Though, to be
So-
fair, the game is notoriously rushed, so that feature doesn't come up very often.
Yeah,
I think it only
So-
comes off like the once or maybe twice in the entire game.
fair. So, I found the old Xbox 360 games that I used to have back in, back when I was in middle and high school.
Okay, cool.
And I have one. I'm not sure how. It was one that I absolutely love. I want to read you the back of the box, and you will understand immediately what it is from the first sentence.
Okay, let's do the cutscene first.
Yeah.
So what's this kid's story?
What's the copyright on this?
But that amulet around his neck means he may just be the lost heir to the city. Take the kid and the mutt to the power station. Watch out for guard patrols and
Was
defend
that
kid
the
from
Jack
all
of this
parts.
universe?
And if you happen to lose the crocodile.
Hey kid, wait! Come back!
Well, obviously, it's not the Jack of this universe because he's running away really slowly.
Yeah.
That's-
Alright, so
that's for
this
him.
this game came out in 2007.
Okay.
Kick some brick in 1 through 6. That's the first line on the back of the box.
I'm trying to figure out if that's like a game I know. No, not coming to mind.
Really?
1 through 6?
Yeah, pick some brick in 1 through 6.
Oh, Star Wars, Lego.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga.
Okay.
The good one. You know, back before they introduced voice acting into the Lego games. You know, and they had to communicate ideas through gestures and props.
They're just swarming.
And I got the original manual with it. Long ago in a galaxy far, far away, blah, blah, blah. Let's just cut to the chase. The game in this box is a piece of galactic history, so treat it like a short... So treat it like a short-tempered Wookiee. Express your admiration and offer lots of praise. For the first time since forever, you can play through the entire Star Wars saga in one single adventure. It's like joining the Jedi Council. Sort of a big deal, you know? That's 6 episodes of Jedi Mind Tricks Extreme Pod Racing, hanging out with the Ewoks on Endor, and exploding the Death Star for the bazillionth time. Plus, you'll run into lots of old pals, Chewbacca, R2-D2, Luke, Leia, memorable enemies too, like Darth Maul, General Grievous, and a very, very angry Darth Vader. There are even a few new friends there. Jedi Ayla Secura and bounty hunter Zam Wessel. Plus, if you fall to pieces along the way, you can just restart, which the Rebels certainly wish they could have done when they were struggling to defeat the Empire for real. Do you know Star Wars is based on a true story, right? So let's jump right to it and get started. The Wookiee gets upset again, or before the Wookiee gets upset again.
Okay.
Yeah. This was back when game manuals were actually kind of dope.
Fair enough.
I used to play the shit out of this game.
I've never... Oh, no, wait. I did play the PSP version, so...
I had the PSP version of the original trilogy. I have the PSP version of the original trilogy.
Nice.
Yeah. I also played the shit out of that. My PSP would regularly overheat, so I was never able to complete the time trials.
I guess I'm just good with animals.
I hope we have enough eco to keep the metal.
Yeah, I think the little kid is this game's, or this universe's version of Jack.
Awesome creature.
Or maybe it's in the past. It could be in the past instead of the future.
I have some valuable
It's obviously the future because they found Samos's hut.
Yeah, but Samos's hut is old as shit, so it could also be the past.
I don't believe it exists.
Fair enough.
Might as well go out.
Somebody had to animate that dog peeing.
And they probably they deserve a raise.
Scaffolding at the site. That should set him back. Here is an air train pass to get you out there.
That looks like a box of cigarettes.
Maybe.
Am I wrong?
Not wrong, but still, it's like, that's a bit of a stretch.
I could send that picture to Biddy and ask what she thinks it looks like.
Okay, we've been going for like an hour 24. You want to do one last mission?
Sure.
Okay, you want to do core or crew, or do you want to do,
Let's do crew.
Okay.
So yeah, I have the original trilogy on my PSP, and one of the things was the time trials where you have to, you know, beat the game in one sitting, or beat each movie in one sitting. Each movie being like 6 levels, and you know, if you beat it fast enough, you get a thing. But the thing is, my PSP would overheat and shut off regularly. So I could never beat the time trials.
The founder of Haven City. In his hands, the statue held the ruby key to the city, an artifact of surpassing beauty. And, of course, priceless worth, eh?
Oh, I just love art.
While smuggling the huge statue through the sewers, eh? A grueling rainstorm flooded the whole place. The statue and 5 of my best men were swept away.
That's terrible.
Yes, a tragic loss. I've missed that statue ever since. The sewers have been so full of water and metalheads that I can't get anyone to go down there and retrieve the artifact. But you're special, Jack. You can do it.
I love how.
Hi, chop liver.
Oh, don't I wish?
Oh God.
Now
Yeah.
go down there, drain the sewers, and find that statue at the bottom. Bring back the ruby key artifact, and it will open up doors beyond our wildest dreams, eh?
Great. More mucking in the mud.
I hate to burst your bathtub bubbles, baby, but that ain't just mud down there.
Oof. So he lost a statue?
Yes, so he lost a whole statue. He didn't love it enough.
Oh. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty in despair. Nothing besides remains round the decay of colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sands stretch far away.
Give me a second.
God, Ozymandias is such a brutal poem. You know?
True.
Just walking along the ruins of a long dead kingdom and seeing a plaque boasting how mighty it is. Or seeing a plaque written in the contemporary about how great it is.
It's poignant.
It's very poignant. And all empires will fall. Someday.
I'm so excited. I get to see one fall in my lifetime. I mean, what? It'd be fun to see an empire fall from the sidelines, you know.
Hey, it's the Ides of March. Actually, it might be the Ides of March when this goes up. Oh no. It'll be the Ides of March tomorrow when this goes up.
Fun. You want to delay it a day?
Now, I mean, you might forget again. It'll go up. I do like.
Occasionally.
I do like that the social media that we partake in celebrate the Ides of March as like a holiday, pretty much, and just post memes dunking on Julius Caesar.
Exiting city.
I mean, it's Julius Caesar. Would you not want to dunk on him too?
Oh, I would love to dunk on him.
He's very dunkable.
Oh yeah, especially if the ball is a knife.
Okay, so I can go this way now.
Hell yeah. I do like the industrial vibes.
I love the industrial vibes. It's actually very impressive graphically. Just how like expansive the industrial sectors are in this game.
I love a good industrial sector. It's a really good mood setting. Because you can tell a lot about a setting based on how their industrial sectors are presented.
Oh, there's the
like
statue.
Oh, nice. Like how clean or dirty they look, how old they look, what purpose they serve.
Fair enough.
I just love a good industrial sector.
I can agree with that. I love this. I love evolving areas like this. Okay, this is just evolving around me as I like lower the water level.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Water level is always a fun mechanic when done well. I do think that the water temple in Ocarina is
Okay, so it
overblown.
triggers by my presence, not. Okay.
Oh.
That's what was
I do.
throwing me off. Okay.
I do think that the water temple in Ocarina is
Fuck.
overblown. Like people think it's way harder than it actually is. Um, and I think a decent chunk of the difficulty is because of constantly having to open your inventory and swap the iron boots, which is why in the 3DS version it's way better.
Fair enough.
Because in the 3DS version the boots are items instead of equipment, so you could just assign them to a button and you know, put them on, take them off with the push of a button. And also you have a dedicated
fuck.
ocarina button, so
I hit a
it's not
wall
as
at speed, so it bounced me off.
so it's not as tedious to
I find it tedious to repeat. I'm telling you, I lost the beat.
anytime I say the word repeat, you are
Tedious.
tedious?
It's tedious. I find it tedious to repeat. I can't keep up. I can't stop. I have to stop drumming. They're telling me I lost the beat.
You definitely lost the beat there.
Yeah, fair, fair. Phineas and Ferb is a masterpiece. Every single song echoes with the craftsmanship of masters.
Yeah.
From Gitchy Gitchy Goo to adulting. On a side note, did you ever see Candace Saves the Universe?
Is that the one where she goes to like Mars and finds the aliens who are like every body part is somehow a musical instrument?
Different one. That's an episode.
Then no, I haven't. I wasn't really big into Phineas and Ferb.
Ah, that's a shame.
Like I watched the first season when it was on, but uh didn't really keep up with it.
Fair enough. Phineas and Ferb is one of those series where you have to keep up with it because, like, at a point, like most of the humor is referencing itself.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the things I enjoy about the show. It's like, even if you don't know the reference specifically, it references itself frequently enough that you can piece together the narratives and the recurring jokes.
Yeah.
There we go. Much easier the second time.
God. Circling back to Breaking Bad, you know what? I think the absolute masterpiece of pulling together several different, like, many different plot points into one just
Well, Jack, I probably wouldn't
stroke
be 2
of
feet
brilliance
tall,
was.
fuzzy, and running around in a sewer without a pair of pants. God, I miss pants.
What was it?
Walt's confession tape.
You know what? Fair enough. That is a very good scene.
Absolutely. I've been watching this channel called Better Watch TV where they have a really good series recapping and bringing attention to things not just like plot points being like set up or anything, but also film artifacts. They have a film artifact counter.
Okay, so we have a decision to make.
I thought we were gonna call it now that we finished the mission.
True. Well, you see, you want to talk about Breaking Bad a little more, so I was gonna give you the offer.
Oh no, I was just leading it to, so when they do their um, hidden things in confessions, during the confession tape, they play like the scenes that Walter is referencing as he's saying it, um, to, you know, show that Walt's not just pulling it out of his ass. Everything he says is technically true.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anywho, I guess that'll be it for the night.
Yep, let's do
Tune
our
into some
sign-off.
of the other stuff on the channel. I'm playing Brothership and Sonic 06. Also on the channel are a couple D&D podcasts, one of which is my homebrew, World of Tapir, which we had our 100th session of Tapir. And also there is, our friend Ruby has a campaign called The Iron Forge, so tune into that. Common challenge of the day. What's your favorite Star Wars side character?
I don't know.
one
I
who's-
kind of like Babu Frick. Just his name, you know.
I like Daxter Jetster.
Fair enough. All right, folks. Thanks for joining.
Alright. Yeah, with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Mwah.